Is that fun to make a movie like that where you have all that stuff on your face?
Oh yeah.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, for me, no, yeah, for me, it's my preference, you know.
Does it make it easier for you? Because I know you don't like watching yourself to see yourself when you have something on, when you're costumed, when you're covered with things.
I'd rather not have to look at myself.
Yeah. So the more
anymore.
The more stuff on you, the merrier.
I think, yeah, the more you can hide yourself, or the more you can hide, the more you can find some other area to sort of mess around in. Because your first responsibility really is to not bore the audience, you know. Don't bore these guys.
Right.
So if I come out of the gate same every time, you know. To me, the people who were waiting outside, who were dedicated and nice enough and kind enough to wait for such a long time just to say hello and welcome you to Italy while you're supporting a film. Those people outside, I've never liked the term fans, you know. I just, I don't know, it just doesn't work for me. But I consider those people essentially our employers, you know. They're the boss because they're the ones who go to the cinemas. They're the ones who spend their money, their hard-earned money, to go and escape for 2 hours or whatever, you know, to watch a film. So it's a very warm feeling always. It's a very, you know, it's always very touching to receive that kind of a welcome. So yeah, I thank my bosses outside. What I realized is that those actors they did not have the luxury of words. Mm-hmm. It's easy to say I love you, but if it's not behind the eyes, if it's not in there, if it's not your truth that you applied from whatever you got, then it's bullshit, and the audience will see it. You know?
Now.
What? What happened? Look it out. I don't know what that. Look it out. Hey, look it out.
If the characters know it's funny, you're dead. It's over with. So bringing this to the screen with the likes of Gwyneth Paltrow and Ewan McGregor, Paul Bettany, Johnny P, as I was saying, Olivia Munn, who was brilliant in the film as Georgina.
Johnny Depp, what did you think? You've just been round Dylan Thomas's birthplace.
Yes.
How do you respond?
I'm still a little yeah. I'm still floating a little, having been in the room where Under Milkwood began and so many poems were written. So yeah, dumbfounded. Well, but very, very, it's such a strong, well, as we, during this visit, you get to see where his thoughts came from, and it's a lot to take in, you know.
Absolutely.
If you're a fiend like I am.
Yeah. So how long back does your association with interest in Dylan go?
I wanted to see if it was possible to go that far, and also, I mean, it's such a safe character to play for me. I mean, it's safe in the sense that when you're in that headspace, I can be as irreverent and as ignorant and as stupid. I can do the dumbest things in the world, and people giggle.
Like we do now.
And I've been very, very, very lucky. I think there's a part of Captain Jack that we all have inside. You know, that you'd love to be able to be as irreverent. We'd all love to be able to be as sort of nonchalant, you know.
We're talking about love story, about falling in love with.
Exactly. So within that idea, obviously there's a week to play with while Will, my character, is dying, where when you have that kind of time, all kinds of moral questions come into play. You know, is this the right thing to do? Are we playing God? Are we doing, you know? But I think ultimately what people will relate to is the fact that this will be real one day, and that in a split second, if you had the ability to upload the consciousness of someone very close to you that you love and who was going away, would you do it? And I think that 9 times out of 10 the answer is going to be yes. In that split-second decision, you would do it. Morgan plays Joseph Taggart, who is Will's former teacher and mentor, and, you know, great sort of father figure. The character of Evelyn is played by an amazing actress, Rebecca Hall, who's just so great to be around, first and foremost. I mean, she's funny, you know, I mean, she's brilliant, you know. She's, I mean, you could talk with her for hours and hours and just be fascinated by, you know, anything and everything she says. She's just very, very smart girl, and very, very funny. I saw her back.
You saw her back?
Yeah. I saw her back from about 25 yards away.
Uh-huh.
And I was just sort of staring at this back, and then suddenly it turned around.
Johnny, you spent a lot of time in London. Is this a kind of home from home? No.
You asked the question, and then you said no. I was trying to get, you know, the Sir thing, you know.
Oh, yes. Sir Johnny Depp. Have you met any royalty along the way?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Okay.
Prince Charles and,
The other one.
that one. I think there's no mistake that Rango is a character who is trying to figure out what he's supposed to be. Very much like, you know, most of us in life. And the fact that he's a lizard, attempting to adapt to his surroundings, you know, or you know, assume these characters to be accepted is kind of it's very, very fitting. Instead of motion capture, it's kind of emotion capture. It's basically using the actors as a reference for the emotion of the characters, for the emotion of the animated character.